Hi, welcome to this new video, and in this video we are looking at the 4 powers for success in life. If you want to be successful, you need these 4 powers, because without them, I guarantee you're very far from success. So before we go in, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So when we talk of the powers of success, the average viewer, you probably have watched several movies where you see powers and you see manifestation of things. So imagine you could gather some 4, infinity stones, if you know what that is, or some 4 powers that will guarantee your success. These are exactly those 4 powers. And number 1, of course, is physical power. Well, you may say this is evident. You want to be strong. You don't want to be a weakling. If you must be successful in life, and when I mean successful, I mean fulfilling your purpose, doing what you were born to do. And this is not necessarily physical strength. Oh, you can lift 200 kilograms, but this is all about your body being sound, being powerful, being strong, being resilient, because you don't want to find yourself collapsing halfway through the journey because your body is weared out, you didn't feed it properly, you didn't exercise properly, you didn't drink enough water, you didn't do everything that was to keep your body fit. So the first power is physical power. Very simple to understand, right? Let's go to the next power. The second power for fulfillment in life is your intellectual power. We certainly know that experience of sitting amongst people and they are talking something which they are very interested in, but you can't understand anything. Maybe it's some advanced rocket science, or maybe just some simple thing which you're ignorant of. Or you're talking with someone and they keep using words which you have no idea about, which you kind of have to continue checking your dictionary to keep pace. Well, that is intellectual power. The whole idea is you want to be sound intellectually if you must do all what you were created to do. Intellectual power has to do with your intelligence quotient, of course, also your emotional quotient. You want to know how people think, and you want to know how to relate to people. You want to know what to do. You want to have an understanding of situations. You want to be able to make quality decisions with the given parameters and conditions and information at your disposal. But of course, many of us work on this. That's why we go to school, and then we continue again to school, and then we have more school, and then we continue reading books. So intellectual power is very important, and it's very much valued in our society today because of the job system. But beyond that, you need intellectual power to be successful in life. Spiritual power. Like it or not, life is spiritual. You're a spirit. What we see is just your house, your vessel that you're walking and operating in. That's why you can have some strange experiences that you may have at night, because you're not just a body and you're not just a soul, but you have a spirit. So life is spiritual. And developing your spiritual power is all about connecting back to your spiritual source. And this is obviously your creator. The more you build your spiritual capacity, the more you can have control over situations in life in the physical. Because if life is spiritual for the most part, then all what we see happening physically certainly operates first spiritually. So you're looking at your prayer life, you're looking at your spiritual walk with God, you're looking at how much alert and sensitive you have grown your spirit. And that is spiritual power. Of course, we've read and we've seen stories of people who control the weather, who control the seasons, who control times spiritually, just by making a spiritual declaration or a spiritual command. And if you look at the 3 we've seen so far, this looks like probably the most important, if you agree. And the last power for dominion on earth, for success, of course, is the most exciting or interesting or loved: financial power. You could have all the strength, you could know all you know, and you could be spiritually firm and sound all you want. But because in the world we operate based on money and finances, there is a great limit to the number of things you can do, achieve, or operate without a sound financial power. This has to do with you mastering the principles that govern finances. Not necessarily that you become rich or a billionaire or wealthy. This is more about you understanding management to know how to make the most of the little you have. Because once you master that art, more keeps flowing to you because management attracts wealth. So if you want to evaluate how equipped you are for the journey ahead of you, for your purpose, for your mission on earth, then you should evaluate yourself on these four powers: your physical power, your intellectual power, your spiritual power, your financial power. You can draw a table and then you score yourself on each of these. So you get an idea on where you're lacking, where you need to keep improving, and where you need to maintain the rate of improvement, on where you need to maintain the work you've been doing. Now it's interesting, we can permutate these powers and you kind of have an idea of the people in your life or the kind of person you are or the people you're going to meet based on these four powers. If you have a good financial power, a good spiritual power, a good intellectual power, but you're not physically sound, you see someone who is willing to do a lot but they can't, and so people have to keep doing it for them. They can't stand and make a speech because they'll collapse. They can't travel for long distances because they either are suffering from one sickness or the other, and so people take their place. And how much can you trust people to do the things you really want to get done? So you see that if you have a good spiritual power, intellectual power, and physical power, but you have no financial power, well, you'll be good at talking, you'll be good at praying, you'll be good at doing a lot of things, but in the world right now, you'll be limited by a lot of things you can do. There could be a crisis and you champion the cause. Let's go help them. Let's go rescue. Let's go bring relief. Okay, how much do you have? I don't have anything. That's bad. That's bad. So you get the idea. So you can permutate this and you'll be able to describe and define the person you are and the people you find around you. So when you meet someone, you know where to encourage them. And of course, remember, you can't focus only on one power. Many believers focus on their spiritual power and nobody thinks of intellectual power because we can maybe pray in other languages, we are good to go. No, you need a balance in all these four powers. And of course, the most important is walking in light with your creator and that spiritual power. So yeah, maybe if you're going to have just one, you should have spiritual power. You should be connected because at least the Spirit of God will slap you to go get the other ones so that you can do what He called you to do. Well, maybe not slap, but you get the point. So that's it in this video. I'd like you to share in the comments below which of them you are going to start working intensively on based on the table you have drawn and scored yourself. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, do so and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you in our next video.